It's Fit and 50, and whether we're at work or play, we track our food for the day. That way, if anyone asks what we ate, we know exactly what to say. So today, we are going to perform some magic. We are going to take these numbers from the last episode and turn them into real food. So the numbers I really want to focus on here to remember, of course, was our overall calories. We decided that this fellow was active and was using 2350, so 2,350 calories overall. The protein, we want to remember that, with 225 grams. And then over the next one we really want to remember is the calories. So it's about 705 calories, but if we convert that into grams, we divide that by 9, which works out to roughly 78 grams. So now we are going to watch some magic. So you just watch these magic fingers in action, and I'll show you how to turn that into real food. The magic hand. Okay, so this is my FitnessPal account that I'm on here right now, and like I've said before, you can use pretty much any other calorie counter or tracker that you want to use. I use my FitnessPal, and I actually recommend that you sign up for my FitnessPal. You can use the free app. I only use the free app. I don't pay, and take a look, use it, give it a try. So what we're going to do is we're going to log all our food in that we're eating here. And you see up here, that's actually how many calories I eat, 2,760. That's my goal calories for the day. Now, remember, for this example, we're using 2,350 calories total. We're using 225 grams of protein, and we wanted about 30% fat, which works out to about 78 grams, and then the rest were going to be carbs. Now, here's the foods that I logged in. These are foods I actually eat, so it made it a little bit simple for me. And that's what I actually recommend, is you guys actually log in the foods you actually eat and make adjustments from there, because the less you have to change, the easier. So we have some water, and then we have 1 egg, we have some coffee, we've got some porridge, some blueberries, and some plain Greek yogurt. I actually mix all 3 of those together and eat them together. And then it says we have a bass fillet. I actually eat bassa. It's a typo in the app. It's not bass, it's bassa. And so that's what I have for breakfast. And then for my morning snack, I've logged some chicken breast and some sugar snap peas. And then the sugar snap peas are great snacks. Actually, I keep them in a bag on my desk, and I just snack on them throughout the morning. Now at lunch, I have a couple peppers. I have a yellow pepper and a red pepper. And then you see that I also have some carrots, another super snackable. The baby carrots are something you can put in a bag, snack on. People who are real snackers, these are real good go-to foods to add to your snacking arsenal. And then I have chicken breasts. You can see on there I have the portion sizes. The carrots, 124 grams. The chicken breast, 129 grams. So you need to make sure you enter the portion sizes. You'll see here in a minute how we do that. We move down into our afternoon snack, which I have a whole bunch of water and some more coffee, and then just 1 bell pepper and a smaller portion of chicken breast. So it's not always a whole chicken breast I'm eating there. I'm cutting them into portion sizes because otherwise I'd just be eating meat all day. And then we see for dinner there I have a small Angus steak, some almonds, some potatoes, and some more yogurt. I actually mix the yogurt with my potatoes. Makes them nice and creamy. And then I have a bedtime snack of a little bit of ricotta cheese. Now when you take this app here down at the bottom, scroll it down, and show a couple, I'm going to hit the nutrition button here. See, where does that take me? Okay, well that takes me the whole week. We don't want that. We're going to come over to macros, and we're going to take and put to the day view. Okay, so here it says tomorrow. I logged all this on tomorrow so that I can erase it, and because I'm tracking my actual food that I'm eating on here as well. And so we see here, we wanted 30% fats. We don't have 18% fats, and 50% of my diet's protein. And about 32% is carbohydrates, just the way it's set up now. So we do need to make some adjustments on that. We're going to go back to this view here, scroll back down to the bottom. Now if you change, I'm doing this on my phone. If you change this so the view turns to the side, and we go all the way to the bottom, then you see we have totals. So we have our total carbs, total fats, total proteins. Then we also have sodium and sugar shown there. Now we're not going to deal with sodium and sugar for now. We are going to start with protein, just like we did in our whole series. We went to protein first. We're going to go to protein here. And we see here that on our total we have 246 grams of protein, and we want 225. So you could leave the protein high if you wanted to, but the problem with that is that you're taking some of the nutrition that you need from the other components like fats and carbs away and just focusing on protein. So I would say we're better off to cut back on the protein a bit. So where I was when I looked at this, I said, what should we eliminate? So I actually went up to the breakfast and I saw my bassa filet, 24 grams, which is almost perfect the amount we need to eliminate, and it has very little effect on my carbs and my fats. And that's a good one to remember, though, if also you need to increase your protein, that these white fish are very high in protein and very low in fats and carbs. So if you're looking at a good way to increase your protein with real food, a bassa filet is a way to go. I mean, it could be tilapia or sole, any of the white fish. So you have to turn it this way, and you swipe that way, you see the delete, push the delete, and it is now gone. And now we can go back down. I have to keep turning it. And we'll scroll back down and see where we're at on the proteins. Okay, so now you see we're at 222 grams of protein. We were shooting for 225 grams of protein. So that's pretty close. So I'm going to leave that one alone. You're going to find everything's a little bit plus and minus. Everything's always a little bit of an estimate. If you can be within 5%, then I think you're doing pretty good. So then next we talked about fats. So we look at the fats and we see we're at 38 grams of fat. So we're low on our fats. We want to be at 30%, which worked out to about 78 grams of fat. So I had looked at a couple things here. Now, the easy go-to way, when I look at the almonds, see the natural almonds here? They're very high in fat, because remember, that's times by 9, the grams, whereas these are only times by 4 to get calories. So 4 is 16, right? And then 5 is 20 calories of carbs and 16 calories of protein. Whereas if you take the 12 and times it by 9, well, you're well over 100 calories, right? So that's definitely a good way to add some fats to add in some more almonds. But then I looked at something else here too. I actually looked at my plain Greek yogurt and I thought, you know what? I bet you that would taste a lot better with 5% milk fat. So I got to turn this again. I decide I'm going to change that, and I am going to add in. So watch this when we just delete it off here. So when you're looking for food, you can hit search for food, and you see you got the skew there too. So whoops, let me slide this down so you can see what I did. Get rid of that again. So you see I have the skew there too. So if you push that skew, you can actually scan a product, and it will put it in. But then you need to check and make sure it's the same portion size on the scan that you're actually using. So anyway, we're going to hit search for food. There we go. And now we're going to come in here, and that's where we are going to put 5%. So 5, and then we'll hit percent, and then Greek. Yogurt, so it comes up here. Let's hit that, and we'll hit search. And plain Greek yogurt, even the same brand that I've been using. Actually, this one down here is the same brand I've been using right there. And that turns out to be the same portion size too, the 175 grams. But you see, we've now gone up to 170 calories overall. We actually had some calorie room. So you see now we're at 2,199 calories, and we're trying to get up to 2,350. So we've increased our calories there a bit. We've also increased our fats. But I'm not going to go and change that. We also used yogurt up for breakfast, right? So we're going to scroll right up to breakfast, and we are going to do the same thing. Oh, did I delete the... sorry, got to go back here. Because I wanted to compare these just so you could see that the portion's the same, 175 grams, 175 grams. And then you see over here, 100 calories, 170 calories. So we added another 70 calories to our diet. But I got to get rid of that because we're not having a double dose now. Okay, and now we'll scroll back up to our breakfast, and we're going to do the same thing here, except this time I'm not going to make that mistake. I'm going to get rid of that right away, and we'll add food, search for food, 5% Greek, Oh, there we are. Don't have to go any farther. And we'll add that up into there. So we're at 2,169, so we still need to add a little bit more. But let's take this and go back to and see how that helped out our fats, because that was our main goal. I know I'm scrolling through this kind of fast. First time you guys do this with your own food, you find it's going to take forever. But then once you get the hang of it, the little changes that you got to make won't be so bad at all. Now here we go. We are going to take a look here at our totals. The fats now are up to 56 grams. So we've improved the fats a fair bit, but that's still a ways from the 78 grams. So now I think I want to take a look at the almonds, because almonds are a great snack, and because of the high fats, they help you fill you up. And I noticed when I was scrolling through here, my afternoon total calories for my afternoon snack was 202, and my lunch was 319. So I want to add some almonds in there. I'm going to add them to my afternoon snack. I have to turn the phone again. I'm going to add them to my afternoon snack, although you can split them up throughout the day. Now on here they've got percentage of a cup. Just so you know, one almond's about 7 calories, and that's what I would use for a gauge. So we're going to put in almonds. Okay, so we're going to go there. And I'm going to add a few more. I'm going to go 0.6 of a 0.3 cup. Does that sound confusing? I shall show you when we get in there. It'll show you that that's a total of a 0.2 cup. But again, so if you go onto the internet and we take a look, you'll see that one almond is about 7 calories. Now down here we have about 0.2 of a cup, so a little less than a quarter cup is what they have there, and that will take us up hopefully in our fats. So we have to scroll back down and see where our totals are now. I'm going to turn my phone. Okay, so now we come to our totals there. We now see that we are at 172 grams of fat. We were shooting for 178. So that's pretty close. So I would leave that for now, especially because as you see at our total calories now, we are at 2,367. So we were shooting for 2,350, but really that was just an estimate, so we don't know whether we need to be plus or minus a bit. So I would try this amount, see how it works. After a few weeks, you'll know whether you want to add some more calories or take some away. So that pretty much wraps up how to take those numbers and turn it into real foods and figure out the quantities. So now we are going to go back up to the board for a wrap-up. So that is the magic. It's as simple as that. It takes a little time to learn and to perfect, but if you keep working at it, you log your food, you'll get it down, you'll be able to hone it and fine-tune it. Next episode, we are going to track my food for an entire week, so you're going to see what I ate for an entire week. I go out to a restaurant a couple times. My wife makes this fan-freaking-tastic breakfast. You get to see that, and from that it might give you a little better idea on portion sizes and what you can do with this as you learn more about it. But until then, keep working out, keep having fun, and of course if you like the video, it says there, please push the like button. Share the video if you know anyone who wants to learn more about improving their diet, and of course subscribe if you don't want to miss an episode of this epic series on how to design your own diet plan. So keep working out, keep having fun, talk to you in the next video.